In this video, I just explain you how to create database and tables in XAMPP phpMyAdmin. So if you already installed XAMPP, so you need to start the XAMPP. So check it out whether you have XAMPP. So XAMPP's control is already installed. In case if you don't have XAMPP, you need to install that one. You have to go to XAMPP download. If you're using 64-bit, you have to download 64-bit. Or if you're using 32-bit, you can download the 32-bit. Okay. So here is 7.2 or 7.3 or 7.4. Whichever is convenient for you, you can download that and you have to install that application. So once it's installed, then you search for XAMPP, or you can go to all programs and find out. So it'll start here, and here these two are important. One is Apache, one is MySQL. So this is a web server. Apache is a web server. Because we want to access the MySQL via web server, you need to start that. And here is a MySQL, you need to start the MySQL. Okay, there's some port issue, but now it's solved and it's running now. Fine. So after running, you just have to go back to browser. Here you have to type localhost. So you can see that XAMPP server icon is appearing here, means it's working fine. So once you enter, it'll go to dashboard. Here you can see there is a phpMyAdmin. phpMyAdmin. So click on phpMyAdmin. So we'll take to the phpMyAdmin. Here you'll have only few databases. We created more, but when you open first time, you'll have only default databases. That is information schema, MySQL, performance schema, phpMyAdmin. Right. So rest of the one we created. Now let us learn how to create a database. There are two ways. So one is you go to databases. We can create the database name here, and then you can click the create. The other one is we can go to console. Here is a console. We can write SQL statement. I'll show both the way. And there is one more method. If your file is already ready, that means if you can make a SQL file that you can import from the import option. Right. So let me explain you first how to create the database here. So let's say I want to create college 1 database. Okay. Because I already have a one college, so therefore I say college 1 database, and you can click the create button to create the college 1 database. So this is the name of the database. Table is different, database is different. First you need to create the tables. So a table is a component of the database. Therefore first create the database. After creating the database, you can able to create the table. So here is the table name. So what is the table name and what number of columns? So that we can create via this also. Or else we can go to SQL and we can write the SQL query to create the table. Now you can see that college 1 database is selected. If you want to change that to some other database, you just click here what database you want. If you click this, so the database is selected here, and ensure that you have selected the database. Next you go to SQL and you can write the SQL query here, or you can also write the SQL query in the console also. So both the way. First I'll show you here. Let's say you want to create a student table. Create table student. Fine. So there is a register number. So this is a varchar of we are using 6 characters for student ID, and if it's a primary key, you have to specify as a primary key. Next, student name. So this is yes name. So this is again varchar of 50. Next is the course, which course is doing. So again this is a varchar of 5 characters. Right. So now these are 3 columns you would like to create. After entering the column name, data type, and you have to click the go button here. And if you're not very sure like how to work with MySQL SQL commands, we have a separate tutorial for this. Please watch the tutorial and you can learn like how to create a database, how to create the table, what are data types, all will be explained step by step. Please watch that video. Right, now you can see that one student table is created. So now if you want to insert some data to the table, you can see that even in the console same is executed. It's automatically shown in the console, so therefore no need to worry. So the next is insert statement. So you have to write insert statement here, insert into student, then values. So all are character, therefore it should be start a single code. So the student register number, so therefore let's say BCA101. Then student name, let's say some Arun. Course, this is BCA. Close the bracket and put the semicolon. And when you click go, so I'm going to insert it. So you can see that here also is inserted. And now if you click the student table, you can able to see that there is a record here. So this BCA1 Arun and BCA is the course name. Right. So here is the data. Fine. So this is how you can insert the data to the table. If you want to delete the data, so therefore you can write delete from student. You want to delete all the records, that will do the job. So we're going to delete all the records. So click go. So all the records are deleted. Now if you click student, there is no data over there. And if you don't want the table itself, then you have to give the command drop table student. So this is going to drop the table. That means that will remove the table. So the table is gone from the college one database. Now if you don't want the database itself, then I can do is I can say drop database college one database. Right. So now if I click the go button, the database is removed from the list here. So we can create the database, we can create a table, we can insert the data, we can delete the data, we can remove the table, and also we can remove the database itself. So same thing can be done through the console also. So here you can see that. So if I want to create a database, I can give the command create database. Let's say college 2 database. So then here you have to press Control Enter. That will create the database. After creating the database, I want to create the table. So here is a create table. So I'll just copy from here only. Right, put semicolon. So Control Enter. So you can see that it's create the table called as a student. So you want to insert the data. So therefore it will be easy because we already have a here data. So you can also click requery. So that will going to insert the same statement. Therefore now student will have the data Arun BCA. So that is there here. Therefore you can execute all the commands here. What are the commands we already execute? You can copy them or requery it. So we'll execute it and we can remove everything now. Okay. So at the end, I don't want the database itself. So I have to say this requery will not work because this is college 2 database. I just have to copy this and then paste here and then you say college 2 database. Right. So then Control Enter. So the database still there. Okay. So it's not there. Okay. If refresh, it will go on. It's not there now. So this is the second method. The next one is that is a SQL file actually. So what you can do is you can open a notepad and type everything and then you can save it as a SQL file. Fine. I'll just show in the notepad plus. Here you can see that create database, college database. Then I would give the command use college database. Then I have the table, create table, college tab, college name, varchar 50 primary key, details varchar 50. About the college you need to write. Okay. So now when you're saving, you have to go to file menu, say save as, and probably you can select all files here. All types. If you use the notepad also do the same thing, all types, and then college.sql. Then you have to click save. So fine. So therefore that will save the file. Now file is ready. Then how do we import this? So when you import this, you should create the college database. Go to import. Okay, so no need actually. Okay, so import, choose file, college1.sql, open. Then you have to click the go button here. So now you can see that it's create the college database here. College database, and here is a college tab. A table is created. So therefore 3 ways. One is You can write SQL query here, or you can write in the console, or you can type it in a notepad file, save it as a .sql file, and then import in one stretch. Fine. So keep try. So we'll bring out more videos. Keep watching our channel. You will get complete idea how to work with phpMyAdmin and also how to run the projects. That is PHP projects. Thank you for watching.